Let's continue here, please, because I can't believe what's happening around here with the amount of coughing that Greg Cote is doing while saying his wife is trying to make him overdose. And also, I have gotten some bad promises the last couple of days. Chris Cote came in yesterday saying, I've got a lot of stuff on the Dolphins.
And I gave it to you.
No, it was not any good. None of it.
I'm telling you, Fangs is coming down.
He never said good stuff. He said a lot of stuff.
Just said stuff. You're right, Billy.
Tony came in looking fresh and different from Europe with 3 weeks worth of takes, and there hasn't been room on the show because today is the rare day where Stugotz has come in and he's got stuff. He's got a top 5 list on top 5 guys it better not be his next quarterback.
Yep, I have that.
He's got top 5 guys
who might be the next quarterback.
That might be the next quarterback. He's got top 5 happiest people last night when Aaron Rodgers got hurt.
Oh, yeah.
And he's got top 1 person most upset because Aaron Rodgers is hurt. Yeah. This is the most work that Stugotz has done at the company in 2 years.
Well, thank you.
He has material. He has written for himself top 5 list. Billy, why are you?
It's also not work. You wrote down 16 names on a piece of paper.
It's the hardest
he's worked.
It's the hardest he has worked in 2 years.
A lot of thought went
pen
into
to
those.
paper.
Yeah.
But this is so it's unfortunate because Tony, I had a whole show planned around you today.
Really?
And then Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, because you were returning from Europe. Look at you. You look nice.
I know. Trust me, I know.
Wait, we got to get to your top 5 observations. Like, you've got football observations, but Aaron Rodgers has dominated everything because how often is it that an entire football community, at the end of the first week of football, we all get to sit around and both be sad and laugh? Like, oh, that stinks that happened. But also
say it while smiling.
But like all of us can sit around and be mean on the internet and be like, well, I mean, that's kind of amazing just as a story, right? That Monday Night Football would then go on for the next 2 hours after that, but all that mattered had happened right at the beginning of the season.
I want to make a confession because I watch every football game as a writer as if I'm covering the game. And I was thinking to myself when Aaron Rodgers went down, what an ideal situation. If there's something I'm going to write about, let it, especially on deadline, let it happen right at the beginning of the game. Nothing was going to happen in that game more important than Aaron Rodgers has injured one pass into his Jets career. That's it.
So
Perfect.
the deadline writers were the happiest.
Oh,
is that who Stugotz is? Is that
timing.
Stugotz's list?
They were doing cartwheels in the press box, I guarantee you.
I doubt that.
Literally, they were doing handsprings and cartwheels. I saw the video.
Well, Chris, this is what
The
you need.
Jet beat writers were doing that.
Oh, yeah. It's unbelievable.
This
Rich Samini.
They don't want the video out, believe me.
This is what I love, Chris, about your father's general narcissism. He looks at every sporting event through the eyes of, how would I feel right now if I wanted my job to be made easiest tonight?
Thank you.
Everything he views in sports through
Right.
his perch as Lord Cody.
I'm man enough to admit it.
So that Tua concussion was a little late for you last year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You need it early in the game.
Yeah. First minute.
Okay, so that's the other part. How often is it that a football game how often does this happen on Monday Night Football? This is kind of one of the things that they whitewashed yesterday with that American flag. The Damar Hamlin thing, never mind about that. We'll move on. Here's an injury you can rally around. Why? Because the game's over, but the rest of you can laugh for 3 hours at just holy can you believe what happened to the Jets? Like Peyton Manning is stupefied. He's looking, he's like, you gotta be me.
But it wasn't about Aaron. It was about the play of Zach Wilson.
No, it wasn't. That's the thing. The wonder of what you saw last night is the football machine churned to life. Is that the funniest story, the most amazing story, the most apocalyptic story? You could go sad too.
Josh Allen. Huh?
I did see a clip that made me laugh of Peyton Manning on the Manning cast. He's like, guys, if he's really out for this game, I've got nothing. I watched cows and film. I didn't even know Zach Wilson was still on the team.
Eli's like, they drafted him last year, Peyton.
Omaha Productions worth $400 million. So good. It really is because what he prepared. Do you understand? I really am fascinated by the business of what's happening. The Kelsey's got a monster podcast. Of course, Peyton Manning's looking at like, hey, if McAfee can do it, I can make so much more. Just put me and my brother on from our basement.
I'm Peyton Manning.
I'm not a punter. Like, I'm kind of great American royalty at this position.
Is he doing bits now?
Oh, he's funny. Oh, my
think,
God.
I think that was a bit last night. I'm pretty sure he knew Zach Wilson was on the team, but he was doing a whole thing. I'm like, wow, he's doing bits now.
He did prepare, though. He over-prepares. My point was going to be, of course, him and Brady and all these guys are going to be also competing for the content dollars. Like, of course they are.
Right.
And Peyton Manning was watching
With
last
Brady,
night.
you mean after he's the Jets quarterback
That's
for a
right.
year or two, right?
That's right.
Okay.
Well, we got to get to that. Let's do it. Let's do it now. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Which list do you want to go to first?
Top 5 guys who might be the next Jets quarterback.
This is very exciting. Mike, can you put underneath this the Jets howling of their fans underneath it and then also give the fanfare so that's the musical accompaniment to these top 5 lists? Thank you. Go ahead, Stugotz.
I have 4 guys outside looking in, by the way,
Oh,
Dan.
wow, 4 OLIs.
Yeah.
I love
See,
this.
This is the hardest that he has worked in years. I'm not
Yeah.
kidding you. It's not just
20 names, yeah.
Well, 9 names, but 9.
Well, with the other list.
20 would be too much. Come on. Number 9, Joe Flacco.
better not be.
He might be, and he better not be.
Better not be.
Yes.
We're not bringing him back. Number 8.
The Red Rifle, Andy Dalton.
He should be on the list of people you kind of want.
I do. I want him. I take him.
But what do you mean better not be?
These are 9 people that might be the next Jets quarterback. It doesn't mean I want all 9 of them.
But he's on the Panthers.
I don't care. Trade for him. I mean, desperate times call for desperate measures.
I'm genuinely confused because this seems like people that you wouldn't mind that might present upgrades.
I would mind if Joe Flacco was the quarterback of the Jets. Yeah.
Okay,
thrown.
This list is all over the
the
place.
most work he's
Which
done
one is
in
this
2
one, though?
years.
This is 9 guys that might be the next Jets quarterback. It doesn't mean I want them to be the
Okay.
next
But
Jets
that- you
quarterback.
said it's
But I thought
better
it would
not
be better
be.
not.
All right, let's do the 8 guys that I want to be the next Jets quarterback.
All right, so Andy,
Andy Dalton's
just
number
on
8.
an island.
Yes.
Wait,
yes.
what are you, Greg? What are you laughing at?
I'm trying to figure out this list.
It's confusing. Just stay
All
with
right,
me.
no.
Number
It's a
7.
Wait, Stugotz. Chris, what are you laughing at?
It's just he's just naming quarterbacks.
Number
Like,
7
it
on the
could
top.
end up,
I put
it
pen to
could-
paper.
Any quarterback
It
could
is
end
the
up being one
most
of your-
work he's done in 2 years here.
These are logical choices.
Just to be
though,
clear,
okay?
this is number 7 on the top 5.
This is number 7
It was-
on the top
it was
5
a-
of guys who I would like to be the next Jets quarterback.
All right,
Wait, you just
I'm
changed
pretty
it.
damn sure you said the exact opposite to set this one up.
I
don't know
did.
what's
I
going
did.
on
I did.
Listen,
I did.
well,
I
you
got
guys,
a lot of pieces of paper
So
here. A
what
lot of
is
things
Flacco?
written down.
Mike,
Were you high when you made this
Mike,
list?
let me explain something to you.
Inside.
Mike, coming in today, I'm going to let people look behind the curtain. I'm like, Stugotz, big day for
Andy
you.
Dalton.
Big day for you. Stugotz, Jets fans don't get
Thank
to
you, Mike.
they don't get to have the stage to themselves very many days.
Jameis Winston.
Everyone wants to hear from you, Stugotz. Bring your A game.
Yeah, well, I did.
Number
Jameis Winston.
6.
Yeah.
That'd be electric.
Winston was 7. Number 6, Matt Ryan. Matty Ice. It's in the booth.
Better not be.
Nah, I'd be good with Matt Ryan.
Oh my God! All right,
Number
so
5.
We've changed the list, so this is people that you're fine with.
Yeah, we changed the list.
Okay.
On the fly. Yeah, we did.
But
Yeah. It was a top 9. I made it a top 8. I don't want Flacco. The other 8 I'd be fine with. That's it, Dan.
Welcome to my hell.
Follow along. Yeah.
Billy, let's talk about this for a second.
Let's
Phillip
not.
Rivers.
Let's talk about this.
He could have been in a Super Bowl
I want him.
if the Niners got in.
I want him. And he wants to play. I do. I want him. Andrew Luck.
Yeah.
You piece of Andrew Luck's never coming back.
Well, for this team, he might.
But
When-
you'd
when
love
you
to
put
have
this-
Andrew Luck.
When you put this is someone who better not be.
This is someone who I would love to be the next Jets quarterback. Andrew Luck.
It would be my esteemed honor. Of course, I've been busy since June. But package deal. It's got to be me and Jack Bull.
Number 3, Colin Kaepernick.
So you do want him or you don't want him?
I do want him, yeah,
That better not be.
desperately. Number 2, Tom Brady.
I don't know what this list is.
I hate this list.
He's number 2?
Yeah, number 1, Tim Tebow.
It's
Yeah.
okay. So you You did, Billy. You were right to call out the fraud at the very beginning. He didn't do the most work he's done in 2 years. He just wrote down a bunch of quarterbacks and remembered names because he's fried from smoking too much and
Inside.
Mike, you just came in today. Mike, you came in today and said
Top 7 who better not be the next Jets quarterback.
We're not doing this
Why is
anymore.
it-
What?
I mean, come on, man.
Nick Foles.
But Flacco's not on that list.
Flacco should be on the list. I got
But
my list.
Tebow
Yeah,
isn't
you're right.
on that list?
No, I'd like to have Tebow. Tebow's good as an upgrade from Zach Wilson. Tebow won a playoff game.
God doesn't even know what this list is.
But he was ahead of Tom Brady, who also won a playoff game.
A couple. That was literally the most confusing list we've ever done. On
But
this show.
Tebow's got a better shot of
I'm
coming
mad.
back.
Give him
I'm
a
mad.
chance. He's got
I'm
more
angry.
lists.
I'm mad.
I'm
I'm
angry.
angry.
I want to
at you.
leave.
This would have been your day. This
Top 7.
should be. You should own the sports media landscape right now.
I am. Top 7 guys. I would not want the Jets.
No.
Oh,
No.
fuck you.
No.
No, I'm not allowing it.
Give him
Zach
a chance,
Wilson,
guys.
number 1.
No, I'm not giving him a chance. I'm giving him 20 years.
It's
Carson Wentz.
I've
is
given
on
him my
there.
prime.
Mitchell Trubisky. I mean,
It's
I am
unbelievable.
considered old.
Ryan
I am
Tannehill.
not considered a young hotshot. I've given him my prime.
You would take
It's
Tim Tebow
so
or Ryan
bad.
Tannehill.
He's going to end
on
us
this
all.
Oh, you wouldn't?
He's going to end us all. Our careers are going to go into the dumpster. We've got this great chance to be a great company. He's going to end us all.
I am almost ineligible for 40 under 40 lists.
You've given so much of your career.
I've got 2 years to make this happen, and you are not helping.
Cam Newton. Thank you.
I mean, kick the tires.
It hurts so much.
Minshew.
Trade for Heineke. All right, now we're getting
Ooh,
a
I
little
like
bit.
Heineke.
We're cooking a
Green
little bit
Lizard.
now.
The Green Lizard.
But this is the list of people you wouldn't want, you said.
Yeah, but listen, they're all
There
kinds
was
of
a
different
better
got these
not
mixed up.
be.
Flexible.
There was a better not be. He said it better not be, and then it just became a list of the ones he wants. What?
It is time for Stugotz to share his game notes. No one in the media will tell you what happened better than my boy Stu.
Weekend observations brought to you by Miller Lite. Great taste, 96 calories, available for delivery. Dan, over the 20 years of us doing a radio show together, I am not certain there is a single question we've asked more than whether or not a certain local university's football program is back. Well, Dan, over the weekend, that question was answered with a convincing 48-33 win at home over a ranked SEC team.
Wait a minute.
What?
You,
What happened?
You're not gonna. Are you gonna declare this is not gonna happen right now? It's not gonna happen after all the things that happened this weekend.
Yeah.
I don't believe you're gonna do it.
And Dan,
you won't do it.
just like that,
You're not gonna do it.
make no mistake about it. For a record 37th time here on Weekend Observations, the University of Miami is back.
I
did it.
cannot believe it.
The U.
That is unbelievable. That's it.
Mike convinced me.
Big.
That's it. Mike
Mission
is,
accomplished.
He said better
Congrats.
athletes, bigger athletes. He was
Mike,
right.
Mike has brought the U back 2 games in. Mike wants to compete against Deion Sanders because he's brought the U back.
Damn right.
Yep.
Best record in the country.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking to the mic.
Tell him, Greg.
Best record in the country.
Yep.
Thank you.
Worth saying again. Speaking of back, Texas.
Notre Dame is 3-0.
Well,
Did Colorado
same winning percentage.
do a bigger television number than Alabama
By 2 million.
and Texas? So 2 games
Noon
in,
kickoff.
Deion's got 2 wins, 2 Heisman candidates, and both networks, and 2 networks coming to broadcast Colorado State. That's 2 games in. Holy.
Hey, Joe Burrow. Hope the ink's dry.
He's got $210 million guaranteed.
I hope it's dry. That's all I'm saying. I mean, it happened quickly. Beginning of the game. Good for you, right?
Right at the beginning of the game,
Exactly.
at the beginning of the season.
It's a dream come true.
Greg, you're just toasting right now.
He did toast. Yeah.
It's a dream come true.
Dan, I had an unreasonable amount of money on UCF -3 at Boise State for no other reason than Gus Malzahn coaches UCF. Also, I bought it down to 2.5. UCF won by 2. I love college football.
I have these first couple of Saturdays. I have enjoyed. Yeah, that's right. Al Golden at Notre Dame. Look at him. He doesn't wear the tie anymore. That was just as a head coach. Remember when we believed in that?
Yeah, orange
He
tie.
wears a tie on the sideline.
Magic.
He'll bring the U back.
Chris, yes, I lost the bet.
Why would you love college football after that?
I just love college football. I don't mind losing the bet. I don't mind buying a hook. I don't mind, blowing money that I shouldn't have blown. I don't care.
You bought the hook, lost by a half a
And
point.
I love college football.
All right.
That's college football. I bet a game because of Gus Malzahn.
Sorry, respect it.
According to Diana Rossini, the Jets have started reaching out to free agent veteran quarterbacks.
Thank you.
Thank you, Juan.
Anybody in particular?
Hopefully it's Tim Tebow, like Stugotz wanted.
Number 1 on my list.
Better not be.
Better not be Joe Flacco.
I don't understand those lists you put together.
It's my list.
Neither does he, by the way.
Oh, God.
God bless football, award-winning. He'll make Billy crazy. This is really what that podcast is going to be. Watch Billy made crazy over 17 NFL games. Excuse me.
Well said.
Woo!
The only thing more unreliable than weather apps.
It's quite the game of tennis you played right there with a couple words.
You guys got to cut that up. You guys got to cut that up.
Game, set, vet.
Woo!
It's a low blow, man. I really felt that. What were you trying to say? Where was I? The only thing more unreliable than weather people are weather apps. You agree, Greg, huh?
I do.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you for saying that.
You're welcome. Colorado, do it against Oregon. And if you do, then do it against USC. Thanks. Penn State, the rare 60 burger with a side of Blue Hen. You heard it here first. Deion Sanders will be the next head coach at Alabama. The Tide. What do you think?
How many teams have you put him with? Didn't you have him
5.
coaching the Patriots as well?
Yeah, and the Cowboys.
And both of them at the same time?
Yeah.
He's that good.
The Patriots are putting Tom Brady into the Patriots Hall of Fame next year. Hopefully, the team he's playing for will have a road game in Foxborough next season. Maybe it's the Jets. Oh, wow, the timing. Matt Rule should coach Nebraska with a ski mask on. Top 5 coaches who should be roaming the sidelines wearing a ski mask.
Can I stop you for just a second because you made me
You disagree on Matt
No,
Rule?
no, it's not that I disagree. It's just that I can't tell you how much enjoyment I'm getting. Boring ass Matt Rule in Nebraska saying, I didn't do anything or say anything to upset Sanders and his kid. I was just talking about the transfer portal. I'm purposely bland. I never say anything. Please stop telling everyone I disrespected you. I understand that your program is already bigger than mine, and we used to be Nebraska.
Number 5, Bobby Petrino. Number 4, Sean Payton. Number 3, Brian Kelly. Number 2, Matt Rule. Thank you. And number 1, Jimbo Fisher.
Chris Cote, what is this list?
What was this list again?
Top 5 coaches who should be roaming the sidelines wearing a ski mask.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're
Yeah,
stealing. Right. Baltimore Orioles. Watch out. Utah.
Oh, they're really good.
They are good.
They
Watch
are
out
good.
for them.
They
Yeah.
are
That's
really
why I'm telling
good.
you to watch
Watch out for the O's.
Yeah. Dirty Birds?
It's good analysis. Nope, wrong.
the Falcons.
Wrong city.
It's fine. Utah. Survive and advance. The Utes. Jaren Jackson Jr. You are 7 feet tall. Grab a rebound. Wait a second. We sent Josh Hart and Austin Reeves to represent the United States in basketball. We should be ashamed of ourselves. Germany, do it against our good players. Clemson, the rare 60 burger with a side of unimpressed. Coco Gauff made me not watch football. She also made me cry. Seeing Kevin Durant being a tennis fan is so enjoyable, it might force me to give him a ring back. I'll think about it.
What?
That's big.
What?
I mean, just to see him being a tennis fan. Mike and I love tennis. I love watching Kevin Durant and Jimmy Butler just be tennis fans. It was cool.
What happened with your Friday meeting on your personal record book? Because this would be an announcement you would make in the sales, in the pursuit of sales of your personal record book. What happened to that Friday meeting?
That meeting didn't happen.
I thought we were going to start the book and get the book published.
The book
It's
is
ready
done.
to go.
It's ready to go. Someone had to miss the meeting. It's okay. It's fine.
You said you wouldn't waste anybody's time, Skipper's time. You had a meeting so that we can get the book published.
Yeah, I mean, things happen. I don't want to give too many details away here.
They do happen. That kind of thing.
I've got sound of
Stuff
Dan
happens.
messing up. I've got sound.
Oh,
I mean,
please.
stuff happens, Roy.
Okay,
I mean,
listen.
I'm not going to put everyone out
but
there
this
like
is,
that.
This is going to be amazing. Hold on a second. I really got punched in the face here. It felt like my face was a speed bag. Watch Billy made crazy over 17 NFL games. Excuse me.
Well said.
God bless football. Billy, I'm afraid of the descent of both.
Trying again.
Watch Billy made crazy over 17 NFL games. Excuse me.
Well said.
FC.
Games. Excuse me.
Well said.
Oh, my.
Got me
17
off the hook.
NFL games. Excuse me.
Well said.
You're always there, Stu, guys.
It does. It's like calling a quarterback a piece of after they've struggled.
Yeah.
Hitting him with a well said after an on-air talent.
Nobody checkmated me. It was like what
Stumbles
Phillips
over the
did
words.
to Kelsey on the eyebrows. Like he did. He said, well said, and it just punctured me.
Bishop to Rook 9.
17 NFL games. Excuse me.
Well said.
It's almost musical.
Watch Billy made crazy over 17 NFL games. Excuse me.
Well said. My head should be going back and forth.
You need to you need to understand. I want you to imagine it as a cartoon. I'm chasing him around with a sledgehammer, and this time I got him. Like I'm gonna pound him because he's not doing God bless football well. Because look at what he did to those Jets lists. Come on, Stugotz, help us. Watch Billy made crazy over 17 NFL games. Excuse me.
Well said.
Well said.
I've got him cornered, and then he slashes me and runs off.
Steve Kerr. Do it without Steph Curry. I thought about it. Still no rings for KD.
Oh no.
But keep trying. You were so close. Jackson Dart looks exactly the way I thought Jackson Dart would look in a football uniform. Also gunslinger and some moxie. Coco Gauff with her mom and dad. Goosebumps. Dan, you know where you'll see Mississippi wide receiver Dayton Wade soon?
Sunday.
Yes, you will see him on Sundays. That guy is good. Death, taxes, and the Appalachian State game.
Stop scheduling them. Mac Brown actually did come out, credit to him post-game, said, we're not scheduling them anymore.
I had North Carolina minus 18.5.
Sam Hartman has played more games against NC State than some guys play over an entire career. I mean, that wasn't his first rodeo. Quentin Ewers, welcome to the conversation. UCF's Colton Boomer, great name for a kicker. President Trump, jail will feel like a vacation after attending the Iowa State game. Jeez. What happened there? That got in there, huh? Sam Howell.
Politics, not something you usually find in these.
I see something in Sam Howell, though, Dan.
What'd you see? They barely beat a team that's not trying to win.
I see a winner. Lamar Jackson. Something's just a little off. Aaron Rodgers. Tom Brady would never go out like that. This never would have happened if David Bakhtiari was there. What a treat it is when Kevin Harlan is calling your game. Braxton Berrios, football player. Jalen Phillips, menace. Alabama is 3 losses away from officially being knocked out of the playoffs. To the announcer who said Taysom Hill was one of the greatest players in NFL history. What the hell are you talking about?
Who was that?
Speaking of hell, Art Briles.
Come on, Ross.
Our friend Ross Tucker.
Come on, Ross. Ross! We're starting on DraftKings Network
I take him for the Jets.
with a side of Roku. Come on! the embalmed Greg Cote spent that entire segment that we just did. What are you guys laughing about?
It's just a funny phrase.
But he looks, come on, man. You guys have not noticed through the coughing fits, through the delirium, he'll go 3 segments where he's not actually here with us. He's just refreshing his podcast rankings.
The Greg Cote Show podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for the mention.
How's it going?
It's doing well.
Yeah.
Yeah, really
A lot
good.
of downloads?
Yeah, a lot of downloads.
Good for
Yeah,
you.
blowing up,
Well,
yeah.
produced by Chris Cote,
Yep,
who
my sidekick.
we need to steal to become executive producer of this radio show. We're going to have to steal him from you. We're going to have to. You're going to have to get a
Bidding war.
producer there.
That's what I'm hearing.
If Chris Cote gets to become executive producer of the show.
Unfortunately, Christopher has a non-compete clause in the contract he's got with
Every
me.
day
so
is Daddy Day.
every day is Dadurday.
Saturday. Yeah.
That's a
Daddy
fine.
Day.
It's a
Yeah.
fine.
$5.
Big fine.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Where's
$10
Mike
fine.
going, by the way? I mean,
Well, Mike's been trying to get out of the position. We've been holding Mike's career back. Mike wants to go out to Hollywood to make movies.
oh,
Whoa!
wow.
They're on strike.
Huh. Big step.
So I'm stuck here
Mike Scorsese.
with him.
But
Dan? Yeah, I know.
I mean, he's been terrible today. We got to be honest.
yeah,
I don't want to hitch my boat to this.
Watch Billy made crazy over 17 NFL games. Excuse me.
Well said.
Season games.
Yeah.
There's some music there.
There is syncopation.
I have the Pat McAfee show on mute, and every time I look up, I just sigh.
With longing.
Yes.
You want to be in Indianapolis?
I'd almost rather be anywhere else at this point.
With jealousy, you're just on your knees looking at your fading future. Me, Cody, and Stugotz in this room. Televised to the masses on a side order of Roku. The future of television. Us aging without grace. On the final embers of our career. Broadcast live on the DraftKings network where that boob Ross Tucker says that
Taysom Hill.
Who says that?
Taysom Hill is the best football player ever.
No, I'm looking at it longingly and then glancing down at Greg Cote's topics, and one of them is just haircut.
Okay, well, so here's
Thank
my
you.
Great
Hello.
topic.
here's my issue. I spent the show trying to throw it to Stugotz to talk Jets. You saw how that went. Now Greg Cote, who's trying to be poisoned by his wife.
Trying to be. I'm trying to avoid it.
Trying not to be poisoned.
Kidding me?
I saw you
opts for
taking.
poison?
I'll tell you why. Because he's been taking all the pills throughout the show, and he's clearly over medicated. And the last time he was over medicated, he got disoriented by the lights. He is taking a ton of pills, too many pills, more than he should, because his wife says, "Well, if 2 Claritin are good, how about 6? 6 would be better."
She's an over medicator. She is. I mean, at ground.
She just wants you to take your medicine
no,
that
at the
you've been
ground
prescribed.
at the ground floor. If you have a headache, she's the kind of person. The bottle says take 2 aspirin. She's the kind of person he says take 4 or 5. It won't hurt you.
4 or 5.
She's that kind of person.
I take 3, but geez.
And so the Claritin I take, because I've got a congestion problem and a postnasal drip that leads to my chronic cough. But the Claritin I take is 12 hours or 24 hours. She'll suggest I take 2 or 3 at a time. I'm like, I can't live but 24 hours at a time. Why am I taking something that's going to help me a day and a half from now? Right. You know, so I think
One day
like
at a
that.
time.
Yeah, exactly.
Day to day, yeah.
But so she means well, but her solution to everything is to take too much
She
medication.
means well, but she's trying to poison you.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's true. She's tired of me by this time. Can you blame her? I mean, been married a long time.
and
I'd
the hair
be tired of me.
Thank you for segueing to that haircut, Dad. His haircut is he wants to modernize his look. If you look at the sides, he's got really long hair on the sides, and I tell him
He looks great, though. I mean, he does.
No, it's I want it off my ears.
I'm telling him like you got to go with the buzz on the. He tells right now trim off the ears. That's all he tells the barber. I'm like, you
Shorter
gotta
in the
go
back, trim off the ears, and she says, "Oh, a businessman's cut."
Mm-hmm.
I never refer to it as a businessman's
And he-
cut. I've never been a businessman in my life.
He's essentially afraid to talk to a barber. I'm like, Dad, go in there, say I want to get it shaved on the side. You can discuss what the right number is.
Tell him you want to fade.
He's
I
terrified.
don't speak the lingo.
That's what I mean. I think the solution to this is we have a barber come in. We have a barber come in
And you
next
tell
week
him?
on the show,
Right.
and we as a group tell the haircut he should get, and he can get a haircut live on next week's
No,
show.
if I leave it up to you, I'll walk out of here with a mohawk. You know,
That's why, Dad, you'll be here
would
to
look
talk
good.
to the barber on air, and we can kind of walk through what your new look should be.
I just want to.
You agreed to this the other day.
What do you want?
I don't know what I want. That's a problem.
Yeah.
I don't want a haircut that makes me look like I'm desperately trying to look younger than I am.
Oh, you should do that though. Jeff Goldblum's become a sex symbol and Steve Carell, sex
did it.
symbols, all because of how they've cut their hair.
All right, well, I'll go for that.
Okay, that was quick. I'm glad we negotiated that. He's back to getting a haircut.
I just want a free haircut. Is basically what I'm.
Don't we all?
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put it on the poll, please, Juju, at Le Batard Show. Don't we all just want a free haircut?
I get a $15 haircut. If I'm feeling in a saucy mood, I'll tip $5. You know, throw
What
it,
if you're not?
Throw it
$5?
20.
What if you're in a
walk out
bad
of there
mood?
and call it a day?
What if you're in a bad mood? How
What
much
if you're in
do
a
you tip?
bad mood,
Then
but it's a good cut?
It's a $3 tip.
Just because you're in a bad mood.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Huh.
My father has you beat with $10 and a $2 tip.
Nice. That's great.
You're in a bad
20%,
mood?
yeah.
See, the dads got to stick together. My dad would leave
Wild Bill?
Yeah, Wild Bill. It wouldn't depend on how much the bill was. It would depend on whether it was breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Breakfast was a $2 tip.
Right.
Lunch was a $4 tip.
Huh.
Dinner was a $6 tip.
Nice
no matter
system.
how much the bill was.
It's a terrible system, actually.
Yeah, I don't know about
Depends on what
Saves
the
your
bill
money,
is.
though.
You know, I mean, breakfast, lunch, dinner.
I have not been able to
Thank you
get.
for repeating that.
I have not been able to get to about 50 things that I wanted to get to the show today, including Tony's beefcake top 5 football observations from various locales. I wanted to get to it. There wasn't time to get to it. Greg Cote has been complaining
Just staring at you.
for several weeks, and I want to do this drugged up. For several weeks, one of his great complaints, I don't have enough room to talk about some of the things that I want to talk about. I haven't had space to fly free. I need to do a looser version of the show where I can appear like I do on Kornheiser, sounding like a distinguished journalist who's got range and funny, and it's not just all court jester jokes. I'm a serious journalist. Greg Cote has said on this important football day that he wants to talk about bowling.
Yeah.
Not professional bowling.
Right.
Our bowling team.
Yeah.
Well, listen.
You're in a
He's a
league,
narcissist.
right?
Yeah, people are talking about 2 injuries right now. They're talking about Aaron Rodgers and the Achilles tendon, which I understand. That's big news. They're also talking about me and my left hamstring injury, which has kept me out of the first 2 weeks of our bowling league. I think I'm ready to come back. The hammy feels great. I've
How many games have you played?
practice bowled right in the studio here during a break.
How
It
many
feels
How
great.
many games did you get in? I wanted you to go this week, test out the hammy. How many games did you bowl?
Okay,
A rehab assignment.
Well, technically none because I went to an alley yesterday and it was closed.
Huh.
In
So you-
good faith, it was closed.
So you haven't gotten to test your hammy out yet?
Well, not on a bowling alley, but
Some of the alleys close on
Maybe.
Monday. now.
Where else do
Yeah,
you test
They
the
do.
hammy?
I was
Yeah.
pantomiming
Right.
my bowling move. It felt great.
Get up and do it for us. Move the chair back. Show us
I told you I spent
Careful
20
for your
bucks on a
bowler.
piece of foam that I roll my hamstring on.
Greg, do me a favor. Get just behind us here.
Yeah.
Just get behind us here and do pantomime for me, whatever that bowling thing is. Make sure you're in the camera here so that they can see you with those shorts. Are those deck shoes that you got? Yes.
I've shortened my approach from the traditional 4 steps to 3.
Right.
Okay,
4
but
to
your
3.
microphone's over
Right.
here, so you're very far from the
4
microphone.
steps to 3, Greg.
Would you just do me the favor here,
Good.
if you don't mind? Okay, let me conclude the
Do
show.
it behind Dan because there's not enough space there.
Yeah,
But watch out for
Greg,
that foam
for the
roller.
final bits of this Dadurday show, just conclude the show there, back there, not talking about your bowling league, but just pantomiming that again and again to show us what good shape you're in.
Beautiful.
Yeah, beautiful. Just keep doing that. Now let me conclude today's show.
Behind Dan.
He's plenty far. Okay, we don't need to keep doing this way. It was fine where it was.
Terrible direction by us
All
right there.
right, all right. This is what I've come to expect from
Now
this.
he's blocked
No,
now.
Yes,
Like,
excellent. This is the nimble video crew I work
All
with.
right, TV crew, now put a bowling
Yes,
alley
to be
fair,
behind
this one's
him,
on
yeah.
us.
Yeah.
This is our
2
this is our
minutes.
first day on the side dish of Roku.
I hate it.
Did that hurt?
Oh,
see,
oh,
look,
hold
see, he's
on a
not
second.
ready.
He almost hurt himself.
It's going to be good for Wednesday night.
He's going to be winded the rest of this segment. He's going to be winded the rest of this segment. He's having genuine trouble breathing.
Dad, be honest. Did you feel anything there?
No, it felt great.
I don't believe you.
In fairness, though, in bowling, you don't bowl so many times back to back. It's 2 times and that's
Look,
it.
I'm not going to throw my guy out there and risk injury. I know you're the player. You always want to play. I got to protect you.
No.
Okay? I'm looking out for the team.
That's not
We're going
true.
to sit you out another
He knows
week.
his body.
You'll be ready next week.
Nobody knows my body better than I do, for better or worse. And I do. I'm ready to roll.
He is
rolling
winded.
it
Next
bowling it.
Wednesday.
Chris, your father's perpetually delusional.
And he's winded.
He injured his hamstring. Look, man, how much more than coughing and wheezing his way through a show and over-medicating? Like, we are taking the last embers of this embalmed corpse's career.
Burning embers. I'm burning up like a paper cup.
He's
What?
right.
He tore his hamstring when we sent him out for an extra point 70 years ago.
Did you
When
guys
he-
put my dad's face in like some aging app down below? What is this picture?
No. That's a photo of former President Lyndon B. Johnson.
People tell me I look like that guy.
That is what Greg asked for when he gets a $15
Greg, that's your
haircut.
He needed a
haircut.
haircut, too.
Greg, that's the haircut you got to go with. We got to
LBJ.
Greg,
I
he looks,
have that haircut
Greg,
now.
he
That's
looks
the problem.
good. He looks sexy, Greg. Greg,
That guy's got some ears on.
that
him.
is your look.
Yeah, LBJ ears, Cody ears.
That looks like you. I don't know why we just did that.
Yeah, why is that? We're the only channel on America showing LBJ right now.
Roku.
Roku, yeah, Rakuten.
That's not correct. Stop saying that.
That is a
Those are the
different
same
company
thing?
altogether.
Those
No.
both the same channel.
Rakuten.
I like Rakuten better. You know, you gotta have that third syllable.
I've thought about quitting 3 times today.
Ross Tucker, you boob.